Let's defy writing's gravity. Today, we're going to make writing unlimited. Please like, subscribe, comment below for more writing and creative content on this channel. What does it take to defy writing? What does it mean to take writing over the limits? To defy writing and its gravity, first of all, you have to get out of your comfort zone. And getting out of that comfort zone is the first step into taking a leap of faith. And without getting out of your comfort zone, you'll never know your true potential or even your fullest potential. So definitely jump out of where you're normally comfortable at, and be willing to take risks with your writing. Write something that you might have never imagined yourself writing. Like if you're so used to writing fantasy and you're writing a horror book, for example. Like that's completely out of your comfort zone because you're going from a magical, whimsical, or maybe a very Pacific world with so many magic systems into an environment that seems very scary and no one wants to be in. Maybe a place that's scary and that there's this threatening force that horrifies the characters, and they're basically trying to get out of it before it completely takes over them and takes their sanity away. Or maybe you were like, okay, I have these simple themes that I want everyone to take and be able to apply to their everyday lives, into going the next step into, I want the themes to have a deeper meaning in it, having something deeper rooted into the themes, and I wanted to tie together of what story I'm trying to convey to come full circle. Maybe you had to think outside of the box, and thinking outside of the box is another way of course, say get out of your comfort zone, but also take different routes of how your writing's going to go. It changes your mindset of how you view things, and it's about that perspective of how you see things, of how you see the world, and defying it to figure out the unknown. You have to dare yourself to do that. And within writing, the only limit is your mind. Challenge yourself to test things out, see what works, see what doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, see how you can improve on it, and maybe ask people questions like, hey, is this good, or what should I do if it doesn't work out. It's good to ask questions. You could be that person who always preserving their writing to themselves and afraid of what people might say if they read your work, and defying that gravity that you can tell people about it and allow to read your work and how you can improve. That could be something that can take away a weight or some burden that you've been holding onto. So as you're writing, how can you defy gravity in your writing? You have to write down the story that you want to tell and come up with the story beats that make up what you're trying to tell or maybe show. The only way that you're going to tip gravity off its axis is that you have to be willing to mess with it. You have to be willing to jump and not allow gravity to to bring you down. And when it comes to writing, it can seem endless. You could have endless possibilities of how the story goes. For me, as experience, I thought of so many possibilities with my stories and many scenarios that they were in and how it could have turned out. Be willing to go beyond what the average person might think. You're defying gravity by willing to take the leap of faith and discover for yourself how your story goes. And don't let anyone dictate your story. Like, you have the final say on it. And if that person is that magnet that is trying to attract you, like, and it's so strong and you're trying to resist it, have a middle ground. Definitely have a middle ground. Don't be so attracted to that magnet that it brings you down. It brings you brings you back on the ground, because the ground is where you started. And think of the ground as the beginning of the book, or when you're at your lowest point. Your goal is to elevate and go up and stay up. And that is whenever you're writing the story, you're progressing, and that's when you're getting to your peak. Not necessarily your highest point, but your peak, the peak of your writing. And think of the unlimited possibilities. And it's truly limitless. Like, you can think of so many things how your story could turn out. And don't allow anyone to let you down. Like, don't allow anyone to like pull you back to the ground and like back to square one. And the only person who can allow that is you. It's up to you which direction you're taking with your story. This is not only for writing, but this is life in general, because life is going to have so many twists and turns. Like, you don't know where you're exactly going, your destination, but if you don't allow gravity to pull you down and keep you there, it's so unlimited. It's unlimited. If you can allow yourself to grow and face the unknown, and just know that you're not alone and that you can defy gravity. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.